And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They're going to ride this running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Turning it on! And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Handoff from the gun. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short, now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. defense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start and try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Got his man downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Kick is in the air. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
2nd down coming up. Lopez to pass. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. got it on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking for space. It's Stewart. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Unloads to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Using his legs, it's Powell. Passes sticks and still on his feet. He's piled up 76 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Little touch pass to the receiver. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains and they're set up at the 41.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and time.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Lopez wants to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited.
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Trying to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to pass. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, they execute the in route, and how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jeff. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. They go to the ground. Got enough for the first. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Looking for room. It's Welsh. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Snagged in the middle. It's Welch. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. Past the 40. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
When your run game's working like this early in the game, man, it makes everything so easy. And after big runs like that, watch for this offense to come back and attack some play action down the field.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Quickly complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. We start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in this.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this 1st half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
From the gun, running back on the move. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Chadwick. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to sneak it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Play-action fake. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Powell. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Might be calling a hot route. Lopez wants to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in, it's Powell. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Powell. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Quarterbacks there's so many adjectives to describe them: calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Lopez to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Floating away. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Bringing the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This will likely be the last play of the half. And he gets to the line quickly and spikes it, saves a little time, and they'll have a chance to put a 3-spot on the board before halftime. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Lopez wants to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And it's them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead. That gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
Man, it's so frustrating as a coach because you go into half and you're like, listen, this is what they've been doing. This is what we're getting. Let's go out and execute. And what do? First drive, you throw an interception, you turn the field position to the other side, create momentum immediately. This is an absolute disaster to start the second half.
Motion from the back. Lopez to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Powell. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Quickly out to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Raymond. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Pulls it in. It's Durant. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, the ground game. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Chadwick. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got the first down and more. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Kennesaw State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with them. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute that.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Lopez wants to fire. He's got his man across the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And the Yellow Jackets are on the move. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
More of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And right down the middle. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capital.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a gap. It's Welsh. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got a wide open receiver. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Grabbed over the middle. It's Durant. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter, and I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Got a man, it's Durant. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Unloads it left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running into the open space.
Yeah, and he's been dependable, hasn't he? He's been a guy that they've given him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to pop the draw. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
He'll keep it himself. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now facing a 3rd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the first down, still moving. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And when you got that kind of speed, football's got to be a lot of fun. I mean, Jesse, it's not there. Just pull it down. Go make a play.
That's definitely something that defense has never had to worry about in my day either. I think I just pulled a hamstring watching that guy go.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field